Hi, welcome back to Inside Charlottesville, your local public affairs TV program. I'm your host, Afton Schneider, Director of Communications and Public Engagement for the city. On this episode, we'll go on the spot with City Manager Sam Sanders and hear about the budget process that is currently underway. We take you to the downtown mall for the 27th annual Grand Illumination, our community tree lighting event that took place on Friday, December 6th. You'll get to see community members enjoying the performers, vendors, and activities that always make this night so special. We'll check in with the police and fire departments and get important updates from their respective teams. Riaan Willis from our utilities department educates the community on fog and offers tips and kits for the community to use. You'll dive into a recap of our fire department graduation that took place last month. Riaan Anthony, Director of Parks and Recreation, provides updates on his department and shares some fun activities coming up for people to enjoy. And we get to know Kellie Brown, our new Director of Neighborhood Development Services. So we officially kicked off the budget process at the end of September at the City Council meeting. So we are deep now into budget season. So what does that mean for the community? How can the community get involved? Like, what does budget season mean?
Well, I mean, the key part about the budget is that this is one of those big, responsible tasks that the government must do. And it is to plan out how are we going to allocate resources, how are we going to prioritize projects, how are we going to take care of community safety, public infrastructure, and just critical needs in the community overall to maintain a high quality of life. So we have to figure out what those things are, how much money is available to do those, what things are on the wish list that we can try to get to, and then some things may have to wait until another year when we can make it fit.
Okay, and it's my understanding that we tie everything that we do back to the strategic plan framework
Absolutely.
for the city. So what are some of those areas that are going to be highly impacted by the budget this year?
Yeah, transportation is always going to be a big item for us now because we've made such a high commitment to climate action. So the ultimate conversion of our fleet to alternatively fueled buses is going to cost us more. So we're going to have to be prepared to deal with that. We're also bringing in our collective bargaining agreements. That's part of the ordinance that council passed a couple years back. We'll be adding another contract, so we'll be up to 4 contracts of 6 that have been permitted. And that does come at a little higher cost than the basic operation, so we have to be ready to deal with that as well. We're just finished working on the CIP, the Capital Improvement Program. So those are usually the infrastructure projects, the things that you see out on the street. The Planning Commission will be receiving that presentation from us soon, and they'll be able to give us their feedback and recommendations on that, and it becomes a part of the draft budget that I propose. There's also the public hearing that is a part of that process, so the public will actually be able to weigh in on what they learn about the CIP and its presentation. And then we have the community budget forum, my budget forum for the public, where they get to come to Carver and spend a little time with me and talk to me and the team about what are priorities that they see in the community, ask questions, make sure that we are looking at this issue, that issue. We heard all of that last year, so I'm looking forward to hearing some of that again.
Right, and we'll also have a place for the community to provide feedback at the City Manager Community Budget Forum. So not only will we be able to hear from Sam, speak with City Manager Sanders, but you'll also be able to speak with staff. And last year we had a QR code you could scan and provide your feedback. We'll do that again, and you could also provide written comments and emails to us as well. Yeah. Anything else that you want to talk about the budget? I do want to ask you, what is different this year over last year in terms of the budget and the planning?
Yeah, I mean, as we know that folks out in the community are experiencing higher costs in the various things that they buy at the store, different services and things like that. We're seeing the same. Some of our standard contracts that we use just to operate the city government, we're seeing increases in those. So I have to absorb those because I can't change those all the time. So that means it just takes away some of the flexibility that I may have to do other things. So that's probably the only new thing in a real way to say. Right. Everything else is just us prioritizing and being disciplined about what we can do today and what may have to wait until another time. It's important for us to try to help people engage wherever they can, if they so choose. Right. But we're still responsible for making sure that we don't leave anyone out, we don't forget folks, and look at the needs that are out there in the community. So that's really why it's important for us to create moments for the public to come in and speak as well.
Agreed. So I hope you guys all come out. Please come out to all the opportunities you can and provide your input. We really want to hear from you. Thanks for having us back.
On the spot.
On the spot.
Hello, Charlottesville. This is Sergeant Eric Thomas, Community Involvement Coordinator for the Charlottesville Police Department. So I want to first start off by thanking you all for donating to the winter weather clothing drive. We got an abundance of clothing items, including blankets, socks, underwear that we'll be giving out throughout the winter season. But I also want to share a couple community events that's coming up in the next month or so. Starting out with our toy drive in support of our Santa van. From now until December 18th, we'll be accepting new unopened toys in the CPD lobby and also at Alakazam. Anyone who donates to the toy drive at Alakazam will receive a 10% discount. And it will lead into our Santa van, which is taking place on December 21st. We will go into our neighborhoods and give out toys along with Santa and some of his elves dressed up like CPD officers. In addition to that, join us on December the 20th at Hydraulic Kroger, where we'll be ringing the bell supporting Salvation Army from 3 to 7 p.m. On behalf of the Charlottesville Police Department, I want to wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday season. Everyone take care. See ya.
Today, our firefighters are focusing on their core competency skills. You'll see them pulling lines, forcing a door, stretching hose for fire attack. You'll also see them searching for victims inside the fire. Every year we conduct required live fire training to make sure our firefighters are prepared for real-life emergencies. Here we come to the training grounds to make sure that we cover all 3 of our shifts to make sure every firefighter gets the live fire training. They're going to be working on air management and also putting out a real-life fire today in a controlled environment. So typically it takes multiple companies to put out a fire. Each company will be assigned a task. One is going to be assigned fire control, one is going to be assigned search and rescue, and then others will be assigned other duties throughout the day. This is the only annual required training that they have each year. Through the course of the year, they do also practice skills in the station as far as mass drills, putting on their SCBA, air management, forcible entry.
We're going to go in, we're going to fill up that room full of water and full of steam, back out a second, close the door. Let that water absorb the heat, turn it into steam, open it back up, reevaluate, apply more water if you need to. One thing about training scars is, we talked about this in every single scenario, all 3 days so far is training scars. We want to be careful that what we do today is what we're going to do at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning. If this is a real fire, we want to put the fire out cold. Today, your mindset should be put that fire out cold, and an instructor will intervene if they deem it's appropriate to do so.
Hi, my name is Riaan Willis with the City of Charlottesville's Department of Utilities. And with the holidays here, I'd like to talk about our FOG program. Now, FOG stands for Fats, Oils, and Greases. And since the holidays include an uptick in cooking and baking, it's very important that everyone remembers to properly dispose of their FOG. Different examples of FOG include bacon grease, different cooking oils, soups, sauces, salad dressing, different dairy products such as milk, butter, cream. And if those products are disposed of down the sink, then you could accumulate a clog, and that clog could then lead to a backup in your plumbing or a sewage backup, which could then incur costly repairs and, of course, a disruption in your service. So there's a whole bunch of headaches that are very avoidable as long as you properly dispose of your FOG. And the easy way to do that is 3 simple steps. You basically would scrape, store, and dispose. And to do that, you can use a little FOG kit that we actually provide. So we have a handy little silicone scraper here, and you would use this to scrape out any of the FOG or other residue in your pot or pan. And then once all of the major aspects of that are scraped out, you can use a paper towel to wipe up any remaining residue, and then throw that remaining residue in the trash. And you will have scraped all of that FOG into a container, maybe a jar or an old can, and then you can use this reusable lid that we have to store it. Pop this on there, and you can put it in your refrigerator or your freezer. And then once it's full, you can dispose of it in the trash, scrape it out again and dispose of it in the trash. So it's really simple. You just scrape, store, and dispose. And if you'd like to get one of these kits for yourself, we have them for free for all residents here. And you can pick one up in the lobby of City Hall, or you can pick one up at the Utilities Administration Building located at 305 4th Street Northwest. And that's right next to the Jefferson School parking garage. We have a convenient visitor parking lot there, and you can come up to the visitor entrance, ring the buzzer, and we'll be happy to help you out. So as you're enjoying the holidays and all the delicious food that you're going to be cooking, we just want you to remember to properly dispose of that fog. And we have these handy, great little kits for you, again at City Hall or at the Utilities Administration Building. Thank you.
Please welcome Recruit Class 2024. It is an honor to stand before you as the Fire Chief of the Charlottesville Fire Department. This marks the third Academy graduation I've had the privilege to attend since taking on this role, and it's always a moment of great pride. To the families, friends, and loved ones of the graduates, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude for your unwavering support. On behalf of the entire Charlottesville Fire Department, thank you. I know firsthand that accomplishments we celebrate tonight are not the result of individual effort alone. Your encouragement, sacrifice, and understanding have been vital in helping these individuals overcome challenges and reach their goals. To the graduates, congratulations, you made it. This is your moment to celebrate, but as you take this achievement, remember that your journey does not stop here.
As I've been exposed to firefighters over the course of my career, I've come to understand that the fire service is built upon traditions of honor and distinction. One such tradition within the fire service dates back many, many centuries. Frankly, I think it's more of a symbol of distinction than it is a tradition. What would later become known as the Maltese Cross was a symbol used in battle to help distinguish friends from foe. But it would later become a symbol that, in my opinion, defies what the fire service is and the principles upon which it stands. Principles of charity and loyalty and gallantry and generosity, dexterity of service, and perhaps one of the most important, protection of the weak.
In many different ways, we have all chosen to answer this calling to become first responders. We chose this path not because it's easy, but because we all believe in something greater than ourselves. Academy has been a hard-fought battle, starting with EMT with Miss Linda, then finishing off with fire. I speak for myself. I know most would agree. These past 6 months have been overwhelming with ups and downs. There have been moments where we've had fun, and there's been moments where we've had to embrace hardship. Through all the obstacles and challenges that have been faced, these ladies and gentlemen right here are still standing here today. I recommend each and every one of you to take this opportunity wholeheartedly to continue your training, support your fellow recruits, and never be afraid to ask questions.
Raise your right hand. I state your name. As a firefighter for the City of Charlottesville Fire Department.
As a firefighter for the City of Charlottesville Fire Department.
Recognize my obligation to protect and preserve.
Recognize my obligation to protect and preserve.
The life and property of the public we serve.
Life and property of the public we serve.
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully.
I do solemnly swear that I will faithfully.
And impartially.
Discharge and perform.
All the duties incumbent upon me.
All the duties incumbent upon me.
As a firefighter for the Charlottesville Fire Department.
As a firefighter for the Charlottesville Fire Department. Fire Department
according to my best ability and understanding.
according to my best ability and understanding.
Hi everybody, this is Riaan Anthony, the new Parks and Recreation Director of the City of Charlottesville Parks and Recreation Department. First and foremost, I'd like to say thank you. It has been a great few months as we lead the City of Charlottesville Parks and Recreation Department through our master plan. It's been roughly around about 13 months that we have been working on our master plan, and we'd like to thank the community for all the input that they do have. We are all coming to the end of our master plan, so December 17th, 6 p.m. at Carver Recreation Center will be the last open house. Please come out. This will be the last time that you'll be able to hear your voice and to also see the direction where you'd like your Parks and Recreation Department to go. So I hope to see you all. Other things, if you like special events, we do have our holiday party at Carver Recreation Center on December 14th. So please check out our website and you'll be able to see the dates and times. It is a free event. So you ask, what is Parks and Rec doing? We are busy gearing up for the most exciting time. It's our winter time where we have our youth basketball league starting up. Those leagues will be occurring all over the city in January. So if you did not sign up, please do sign up. It's anything from kindergarten all the way till 7th grade. Other exciting news is that we are starting swim lessons too in January. I know we have outdoor pools, but during our indoor time, we have tons of programs. Learn to Swim program. We even have a swim team program. So please do come and support your local Parks and Recreation Department. And again, from our corner, don't be shy to come visit us, pick up our phone or go to our website. Also, you can visit us on our Facebook page. Thank you, and I hope to see you next year.
Okay, my name is Kellie Brown, and I'm the Director of the Neighborhood Development Services Department. I really love the fact that Charlottesville is a small town, and it's a very walkable community. It's a place where I feel like everybody knows one another, and it's possible at lunch to go for a walk, and really nice neighborhoods, and take advantage of the scenery or food at the local restaurants, and just where people really seem to care about their neighbors. So NDS is a really unique department because we provide a huge variety of services to city residents. NDS is the department that people come to if they want to build a deck, build a new house, open a new restaurant, or a new retail establishment. They come to us for help in making those things happen. It's also the department that people come to if they have ideas for how to plan for a better future here in Charlottesville. And we're just a really special department because we can really help people make positive change for the Charlottesville community and really help to achieve the vision that the city has, to be a place where everyone can thrive. Anyone can reach me by contacting Neighborhood Development Services at our main phone number, 434-970-3182, or by email at brownk@charlottesville.gov. What I really love about Charlottesville, again, is that it seems like it's a place where people truly care about one another. They care about keeping Charlottesville a really special place. There's a lot of focus on working with city staff on achieving great things. Building affordable housing, environmental sustainability, things like improving safety for pedestrians and cyclists, and really taking advantage of all of the natural resources that we have here in the city and in the surrounding area. So in my early 20s, I had the opportunity to do a lot of international travel, both for work and for fun. I visited 12 countries and studied abroad in Argentina, where I practiced my Spanish speaking skills. As part of one of my international experiences, I chaperoned a group of election officials from Indonesia to Mexico City. So it was a pretty unique trip and a great opportunity to see a little bit about how people live outside of the United States.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Inside Charlottesville. I'm your host, Afton Schneider. See you next month.